There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, typical.
Oh shit! I did my headset, folks. No.
Oh, right. I'm sorry about that.
Oh.
I always get a phone
Oh,
call at
I
just
thought-
the most inappropriate moment.
I've just sent you a message there. Just forget it because I thought my headset had fucked. But obviously you were there.
Well, for those that are now joining on stream, for those that start making their way in, we now have the qualifying session for the 100% race round China. This is for the ESR Saturday League. This will obviously be Q1. We've got a full 3-stage quality. I believe we've got enough in to have the 3-stage. We have indeed. There's 17 of us, so we will actually get a full 3-stage quality.
Excellent.
Sort of makes this first round of qualifying a bit dead because it's going to be either me or you eliminated from the first round, and everyone else that's actually in will guarantee going through.
Yep.
Oh, we've got Penguino going out on track already. First driver is out. He's going out on the super softs. Now, what do you reckon? Is that because he's going out just to set a time so that he can then put the soft on for Q2 to try and start on the harder compound?
Maybe. I say I'm not really a racing kind of person, so I'm just kind of filling in for somebody. But I did it. Yeah, I did it last weekend, and I quite enjoyed it. But you know, I don't know now about these tyres and how they last. But I'm just learning as I go.
Well, I know one thing with China is the track does get faster and better for wear the more you obviously go around it, which you sort of get that with the majority of tracks, but it is massively in effect at China. This Shanghai circuit really shows that. But I don't know, we had a driver on Thursday who managed to do a one stop on a 50%, which we all thought was impossible, so to see that was quite strange. But we may end up with people trying a similar sort of tactic, looking for a 2-stop. I'm estimating more than likely it's going to be 3s for most people.
Yeah.
So we are now, I'm just double checking everything on my side for something else, because for anyone who's on stream that isn't aware, I am actually the owner of ImmenseGamingLeagues.com, and ESR have now come over, and IGL are now hosting the ESR Racing Leagues. And yes, the on-site stream is fully working as well. That's what I just wanted to quickly go and check.
Everybody's out on the super softs.
Has everyone gone on the supers? Well, yeah,
Everybody out now.
it's sort of a throwaway set, isn't it? Your Q1 tyres just get thrown away, so it's either a case of throw away a set of supers or throw away your only set of soft that you've got for qualifying.
I suppose.
I think the majority are going to want to try and keep them soft for Q2, so they can utilise them to actually start on the soft rather than the supers. Try and get that bit extra life, couple of extra laps, try and get into
I
that
kind of like
two-stop.
nice close qualifying. I like it when they're really close. You know, I like it when the fight's on, when everybody's fighting for it.
Yeah, we definitely want it
It's
to
just
be
pretty
as
quick,
close
yeah.
as possible.
Oh, definitely.
I think we'll get that though. We're just on board with Penguino as he's going for his lap at the moment. He's in the final sector. He's not
Jan's
looking
out
too
on
bad.
there. He's doing a fast lap. Oh, Venoms.
I've got Williams on track just behind Penguino, but I'm just going to watch to see what Penguino's lap time comes in at. Entering the final corner. Flicks from left to right, out the final corner into the DRS. And that's a 135.7.
Ooh.
RFNX Jack is in hot pursuit.
Oh.
And Jack has done a 136.
Oh, Matt Lewis just went third at a 139.
We've got quite a lot of traffic on track now. Venoms is just entering the final corner to set his time. Let's see what he hits. That's a 136.8, puts him up to second.
Very nice. Still a few that haven't come out though. Yeah.
It's your dad just coming out on track now. First we get Soldier Jan. Oh, Soldier just jumped straight up into second place at 136.3 and instantly been knocked down into third by Maldini.
Oh, Wainhammer's starting to do a fast lap.
So let's have a quick look at the timings board now. We've got Penguino top of the board, a 135.7. And he's actually got the best times in in sectors 1 and 2, sorry. And then sector 3, he's only 6/1000ths of a second off the best time. So that is one hell of a lap. Maldini is in second. He's on a 136.2. He's half a second down on Penguino with Soldier Jan. Further 10th behind Maldini in third. Pure Venom's currently sat in fourth. Another half a second down the road from Jan. With RFNX Jack right on his tail. And then 2.5 seconds further behind is Matt Lowe. Pure Venom's has just increased his time. So he's now only 3 tenths behind
coming
Jan.
up to the line.
Wayne Hammer's gone 6th.
Just puts him in 6.
Yep. Puts him in 6 at 137.2. I think when it comes to Q2, I'm estimating that people are going to need to be in the 136s to get top 10.
Yeah.
Because
It's gonna be a slobber knocker.
it's going to be a fun one. So we've got people still trying to set additional laps on the Supers. Obviously they may as well. This set of Supers are only going to be sent back to the factory anyway. They might as well bang a few laps out on them. Take the wear, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to have much effect. Obviously it's going to affect the lap time, but aside from that it's not going to affect. So what we're going to do, we're going to base our predictions off Q1 times, do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I kind of like to say overall of what is it they're still going to do. Keep doing the same amount of times each with each qualifying. If they're sticking around the same times, I think it'll be a lot easier to choose.
I think we'll get some slower times in Q2. Because
Yeah.
I think a lot of the drivers are going to move on to the soft for Q2. So that may trip a couple of them up though, because obviously they're going to be on the softs and they're going to be trying to ensure that they get through Q2 whilst not taking too much life out of the tyres that they're then going to start the race on.
Yeah.
Oof, we've got a few cars all on track together there. Who's that? We've got Forrester.
Yeah.
We've got. I'm not
It's
sure.
the
I
big,
think that's Maldini
big guns,
behind
I
him.
think. The big guns are coming out now, you know, it's your mum's out there. You know. Forrester.
Forrester's just setting his lap. He's gone second. It's your dad has managed to jump up to third.
Yeah. Oh, Pure Venom's just made a mistake. He's out off track.
Yep, I've just got to that in time. You know, he lost the back end of the car in that exact same section in practice. That's his. Yeah, it's just before as you're coming towards the end of sector 2. He's basically exited the first corner, took the next right-hander, and then as you come into the sweeping left-right, that's where he's lost the back end. He did that in practice. I was quite surprised to see him go off there in practice, actually. I can't believe he ended up doing it again in qualifying. So do we have anyone that's still to set times? Shag and Senna. I've just jumped on board with Senna. Senna's got a fastest. He's gone purple sectors 1 and 2. He's currently in sector 3. We've got a potential new pole sitter. Well, it's not necessarily pole sitter, but potential new fastest lap of the session anyway.
Looks like Pierre Vems could be losing out. What time's he done?
Oh, 1:35.4. Senegal's fastest. We've still got Shag and Dragoon to set times. Senna has outdone Penguino. He's actually purpled in all 3 sectors.
Must have a Shag's coming out to the line very soon. Yeah, and he's been on a car.
Let's see where he can put that banana. 11th. He stays outside of the top 10 with that.
Good effort.
Stays outside of the top 10. But we never know with Shag. He always seems like he's got that a little bit hidden away.
Yes. Oh, I kind of secretly root for him all the time. I do. You know.
Little guilty pleasure. Apologies for the background noise. I wasn't quite able to get my brew made due to setting up the stream, so I'm just trying to make my brew whilst doing the commentary.
It's your dad's coming up to the line now.
Try and flick over to him in time.
Yeah.
Just picked him up now on the exit of the final corner. Does he improve? Nope. Stays in 4th.
Nope.
That time round was a 1:37.2. He's already managed
to around as well.
Oh, Grim has just stuck it in 3rd. Grim's just had an amazing middle sector, a 28.6 middle sector. RFNX Jack is at the start of his flying lap. Let's stay with this for a little bit. He's currently sat in 10th. What's he on? A 1:36.9. Let's see if he can improve on that. He's got a 26.5 and a 28.8. He's made a massive improvement in that 3rd sector. This could see Jack moving up the numbers a little bit. Into the second last corner.
Something there.
Oh, no, he's not there. Right, Jack is on the exit, the second to last. Let's see if he comes through the final corner, see what time he can do. If he can break higher into that top 10, can he move up the order? And he's across the line in 8th. So I think that that second sector gain that he got, I think that was over a second gain that he got in the second sector. Definitely helped him out.
Yeah.
Keogh now trying to respond to it. He's in 11th. So 26.7 and a 29 dead for his first 2 sectors. He was slightly quicker on sector 1 than he had been previous, but ever so slightly slower on sector 2. So he's looking quite balanced to his previous lap at the moment. If he can pull some out in the final sector though, he could move up a couple of positions. It's all quite tight at the back. Oh, here comes Keogh.
Mustafa Shaq still trying. Mustafa Shaq still trying to get better on his time.
Keogh's bailed out of it. Keogh bailed out straight into the pit. Let's see how Shag's doing. Currently sat in 13th.
Yeah. He's trying to push. He's trying to get a better time.
His previous first sector was a 27.1. Let's see how he looks compared to that. 27.0, he's up. That's what he needs. Previous second sector was a 29.0. Which, to be fair, looking at some of the second sectors that have been set, he's quite up there on pace for that second sector.
So,
The fastest is a 28.6 from Grim, and he's on a 29.0, so he's not exactly running bad on it. If he can break into the 28s with his second sector, then he's definitely... Ooh, a 29.4.
No, that must be where he's losing at sector 2.
Yeah, it looks like it, because that's a big loss. But he got a 29.0 from sector 2 on his previous hot lap. So, I don't know if it looks like he's made a little error somewhere around that sector. Is he going to keep for this time, or is he going to bail out of it? We've just seen Keogh bail out.
Ninja out on an out lap.
Shag's carried on going for it. Let's see what he sets. Is he going to change his position? It's not. It's a 38.4. Oof, that middle sector really cost him. Over a second down he ended up. So Penguino's on his out lap. Venoms is on a flying lap at the moment, just entering the last couple of corners. He remains 10th though. That was a one. Oof, he must have bailed out of that. 155.9. Let's see how Dragoon is looking. Currently sat in 12th.
Track is currently 24. Track is currently 24 degrees, or T or whatever that is.
Yeah, it's the track temperature. That
It's quite warm.
it's not too bad. It's not quite the 32 that we have occasionally during a heat wave, but it's definitely getting up there. It looks like Shag has gone for another lap.
No, he's coming in.
Is that his in lap, is it?
No, he's went back out. No, yeah, he has, yeah.
He may just come in now. Yep, he's straight into the pit.
Yeah.
So we're on board now with Ninja. He's on his second flying lap. He had a 26.7 in the first sector, which is slower than his previous sector.
Venoms just went off. I don't know
Venoms
if he's
off again.
Another way for people. Yeah, I don't know if he was off to let people pass. I don't know. I just kind of flicked over and he was off track.
If you look, he had a 27-second first sector, so it looks like he was on a hot one, and he's made a mistake. And from the look of that, it was on the exit of sector 2. He's not liking sector 2, is he?
No.
I've quickly jumped back to Penguino. Can he set a new fastest time? Exits final corner, and a 1:36.1. He remains second.
Yeah, I think that is it. I think what we've got there is the top 5. Oh, even the top. That's probably set there like that now. I would reckon.
Well, we're at the end of the session now anyway, so it's just the last couple of drivers that are on track, but I don't think any of them are actually going to be able to do anything now. Keogh can possibly improve. Might be able to push himself up. We've only got Keogh, Penguino and Venoms on track, but I believe Penguino and Venoms are both on their in-laps. I'm just on board now with Keogh. Let's have a little look what happened. He's entering the second to last corner. Going around now for the final corner. Let's see, is he going to be able to improve? He's currently in 11th. Is he going to move himself up the order at all? That's quite wide on the exit of the final corner.
Yeah, he had a little, still did the same.
Yep, stays in 11th. I don't know if Venoms is actually on a better lap now than he was previously. Let's see what he does. Is he going to continue the lap? He is not. He's dived into the pits. And he's our last driver, so as soon as this registers him in the pit, that will be the end of the session. And as we already know, nobody gets eliminated from that session. Everyone will move on to session 2.
It was just kind of, yeah.
It gives them a little taster, doesn't it? A little warm up.
Well, that's it, yeah.
I think it's good when you get that. It allows everyone to get their eye in and make sure that they're settled and ready for the main part of qualifying.
Yeah. It's quite good, that.
I quite like
That's the
quality
problem, though.
Go
You
on,
know,
sorry.
it can either be good or bad. If you wipe out and smash your car, you could all change at that moment, you know.
Well, yeah. You wipe out and smash your car, you know it's starting from the back.
That's it.
So, Senna had the fastest time with 1:35.4. Penguino, his countryman, is only 3 tenths behind, with Grimm a further 10th down the road. Forrester and Grimm are both very, very close, less than a tenth between them two. We've actually only got half a second between the top 5. In fact, the top 9 are all within a second. So that shows the speed that everyone's got. We've got quite a good level of drivers, obviously, and we've got some good speed being shown. Matt Lowe ended up in 15th. He was the bottom driver registered. But he still moves on to Q2, so he's still got the possibility to get into a better position. So we're currently just looking at the pit lane, waiting for somebody to start coming out on circuit. And I think now I'm going to use this opportunity. Somebody's coming out on track. There we go. It's Dragoon coming out on track, and I'm going to use this opportunity to quickly finish making my cup of tea from earlier.
Oh, got a few out on the track.
So, have you got your mid-race snack lined up?
Yes, it's in the fridge. I've got myself some caramel slices.
Oh,
Yum.
nice.
Yep. Oh, there's quite a few out on track now. Coming out. Oh. So, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 cars, 8, 9.
So the majority of the field coming out.
9 cars out on
lap
track.
time.
Yes. It's your mum's out. We've got Wayne Hammers coming out now. We've got Jack's out. Keogh's out. Grim Nosh is out. Penguino is out. Forrester's out. It's your dad's out. Matt Lowe's out. Jan's out. Venoms is out. Looks like everybody's come out now. And Wayne Hammer's come out on softs. But Grim Nos is out on softs.
I had a feeling we'd get a few drivers coming out on the soft tyres. Gives them that extra couple of laps before they have to do the first stop in the doesn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously for the first time, ESR leagues are now being broadcast to a much wider audience due to the fact we've got the streams up and running on IGL as well. So for anyone that isn't aware, you can apply to take part in these leagues. All you need to do is go to mentogl.com/F1 and there is an application form to fill out in order to come in for Thursday trials. Looks like we've got a bit of rain on circuit now. Well, we definitely have in Sector 2. We're going struggling with it a little bit. Can't really tell from the broadcast camera, but the driver cam you can see bits of rain coming down. And we can see it on his rear wing as I look behind towards Soldier Jan. So that's going to have an effect. One of the biggest effects that'll have is if everybody has to do their Q2 time on the intermediates and then the race starts dry, even if you're in the top 10, you'll be able to choose what tyre compound you want. And obviously normally the top 10 have to use the tyres that they qualify on in Q2. So that can throw things up because that then allows strategy to come into play. So Dragoon has gone out. He's put himself first at the moment.
Is your dad's coming around, he's currently in 6th.
On board now with your dad, he's on the soft.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're actually setting a lap on these and they're not just bailing out of it. Because it is massively affecting the lap times.
143.6. Yeah.
Pure Venoms has actually managed to get 4th on those super softs.
Yeah.
There's Penguino, he's sat in 3rd on the soft tyre. That's a mighty lap on the soft tyre. I believe everyone around him, everyone around him, people in 1st, 2nd and 4th are all on the supers and Penguino has stuck it 3rd on the soft.
It's pretty good.
Keo is also on the supers in 5th. Jack is on the soft in 6th place. Senna has gone 7th on softs. Forrester is 8th on the soft tyre. Itsy Dad is 9th, also on soft. So there is a lot on the soft. Wayne Hammer's on the soft in 10th. Itsy Mum is on the supers and he's ended up in 11th. The rain has massively affected him. Matt Lowe is 12th on the supers. Shag currently showing his 14th. He's out on the soft tyre but he hasn't set a respective lap time yet. Maldini the same. Grim has a lap time set on the soft but he's all the way down at 16th. So let's get a little look whereabouts on circuit is Shag. Coming on to the back straight now. He's
Second sector.
Shag's definitely backed out of it. That rain is causing problems. EPXI Maldini has gone 13th. The problem they're going to have now is there's a good possibility they're not going to improve upon the times they've set if they use the inters. Majority of them are back in the pits now. Shag's just making his way in, so it looks like most people are now coming into the pits. This will leave them coming out on intermediate tyres, but that then could have a bigger effect on strategy. I know personally, if I'd have been in this session, I'd have been waiting to see some times get set before coming out on track. I'd have seen the rain come, gone out on inters, knowing that I can put brand new softs on at the start. As it is now, anyone that has set a top 10 time is going to have to start on the tyres that they've used, so they're going to have that bit of additional wear.
Well, Jan is out on an intermediate. He's on his out lap.
Just jumped on board with him now. Let's get a little broadcast cam view of this, and we'll see whether we can improve, because that's going to be the big question now. Can the intermediates get up there? Because those times that have been set on the dry tyres were affected by the wet. So there is the chance that the intermediates could still outdo the times they've previously set. Just watching on board with Jan now as he exits as he comes to the end of the second sector. Big right-hander winding up onto the back straight. I do like that corner. I don't like the first corner, but the big right-hander that winds up onto the final straight, onto the back straight, is quite nice. You can get some really good power off there. It can just catch you out if you run wide on the exit. So let's see what happens to Jan now as he exits the final corner. This is, I believe, to start his hot lap.
Looks very wet.
Does indeed. You can see the spray getting kicked up behind his car.
Oh, Forrester just went wide there. Oh, who's that behind him?
Is Forrester also on a hot lap now?
Well, no, he's out on an out lap.
Right. I'm just sticking with Socky for a moment or two while he's on his hot lap. Not with Socky, sorry, sticking with Jan.
Yeah.
That's a nice little treat from the missus. Cadbury's Crunchy Biscuits.
Very nice.
Cadbury's Crunchy Biscuits and a big share box of Poppets. Toffee Poppets.
Oh.
Which is the usual sort of snacks I have in my office. One of the joys of working from home. Always have a drawer full of snacks. So now we're going to get the real test for the intermediates, because Soldier Jan is coming down to the second to last corner. We're actually going to get to see whether he's able to improve or get close to his previous time. He's currently 1/10 down on the leader, so let's see whether he improves on that and becomes the new leader or not. Exits the final corner. Obviously there'll be no DRS now, which will affect. And he remains the 10th down, so it doesn't look like people are going to have an easy time improving. Then again, I say that, and Dragoon is actually the new leader. Oh no, Dragoon was the leader, sorry. So Forrester, let's see what he can do, because he's always got some extra time left in him. It didn't seem right to see him down in 8th. I think the rain massively affected him. So I think some of the people that were further back in the top 10 were that largely affected by the rain that they're definitely going to improve.
It's coming down, the rain's coming down now, you can actually see it. Oh.
Forrester has a Williams right up his backside. I'm not too sure whether that's Jack or Venom's. Actually looked like they were having a bit of racing then. Whoever it is that's right behind for us was looking like he was going to try and make a move on the inside.
Pure Venom's is behind him.
Pure Venom's looked like he was trying to line up an overtake on the second to last corner.
Yeah.
I think he didn't want to be stuck behind him starting his qualifying lap, did he? Forrester's remained in 8th though. He's not managed to improve. Pure Venom's is in 4th. So that may have actually benefited Venom's, because I think he's only just jumped up to 4th. So I believe that sitting behind Forrester, he's ended up picking up the slipstream down the back straight, and that's enabled him to increase his time.
Crafty sort.
It's a tactic that can work, but at the same time, because you're then in the dirty air coming through the corners, it can massively affect. If you're running enough downforce so that you can keep the car glued to the road through the corners, then it will work massively, getting that toe off the other driver in front.
Yeah.
Shag's miles off the pace. He's 9 seconds behind the leader, all the way down in 14th.
Oh, come on, Shag.
Just on board with his banana car now. Although, to be fair, with the way the weather is, it's more like that we should be singing We All Live in a Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
Because Shag looks like he's driving
It
a
is
yellow
rather
submarine.
weird.
He's got the Toro Rosso and Maldini on track behind him. I believe it's Maldini. It's either Maldini or it's Momo Penguino in one of the Red Bulls. From the glimpse I got, I believe it was the Toro Rosso. So Shag's exiting the second to last corner. Let's see what happens here lap time wise. You can see the trail left on track from the tyres, parting the water as they go. The rain is getting really heavy now.
Oh!
Was that Matt Lowe in the house having issues? It was indeed.
Yeah.
What happened there? I missed what happened. I just saw him in the background.
Yeah. I jumped to him and I just saw him next to the barrier, so I don't know if he's pulled it out of the way for people or has he lost control and hit the barrier?
Well, there doesn't look to be any damage from what we can see as his car going ghost at the end of the session. I think he lost the back end on the exit of the final corner. That would be my guess on it. So we've got Itzy Mom running slow. Definitely not on a time. Itzy Dad looks like he's still on a time. Oh, he's just gone wide though. Oh, he's lost the back end completely. Itzy Dad spun.
Yeah.
He's kept it off the wall though. He avoids damage. That's a good thing. So Maldini on the exit of that same corner. He's going to be coming up behind Itzy Dad now. He's going to be hoping he doesn't do the same as he's Shag ahead of him.
Oh, heavy braking.
So we've got Shag now exiting the second to last corner. Is he going to be able to improve? These people are obviously trying to get themselves up into the top 10. They want to get into that final qualifying session. Shag's bailed out, but Maldini hasn't. He's stayed on it. Is he going to improve? No, we don't see an improvement from Maldini. He remains 13th. Matt Lowe is in the pits, Shag's in the pit. So as soon as their cars they get wheeled in and hooked up, that will be the end of the session. So let's have a quick little look at who we are losing. It's Your Mum is 13th, Grim in 12th, Maldini, Itium, sorry, 11th, Grim in 12th, Maldini in 13th, Shag is 14th, and Matt Lowe will start in 15th place. Now let's see who is able to strategize properly in the top 10. Dragoon and Soldier both qualified on the Inters, so they'll be able to pick the tyres coming into the race, as will Venoms, Forrester, and It's Your Dad. Penguino, Jack, Senna, and Wayne Hammer will all definitely start on the soft as long as it is dry, and Keogh will be starting on the super soft. So that could have a big effect on his race, having to start on the super soft tyres. But well done to the 5 lads that managed to qualify on the intermediates in the top 10, because they'll now have tyre choice coming into the race.
Yeah, well done, guys. Shame it started raining.
It's a shame it started raining, but in a way it's give those 5 guys an ideal situation. Because now they'll have minimal wear on those tyres that they're starting the race on. They'll be able to actually choose to start on a brand new set. And depending on which tyres they brought to the race, they may actually have enough softs that they can start on a brand new set of soft and then run on new tyres all the way through.
Ah.
So we're going to be moving on now into Q3. This is our top 10 shootout. This is when everyone's going to be slamming those super softs on, going as fast as they possibly can, hoping to avoid traffic, and most definitely hoping to avoid the wall. Unless that rain carries on. I was about to say that. If that rain carries on,
yeah,
could be very interesting. We could have a mixed grid.
Well, doesn't look like it's raining.
Nah, it looks dry from the view of the pit lane I've got. I wonder whether it's going to stay that way. I wonder who's going to be the first out on track. Who do we reckon? I think Dragoon's going to try and get himself out there early.
I don't know.
I'm just looking to see if we get a banana on track at any point. So we're just waiting now for them to come out on track. Time is obviously ticking by in Q3. So we're looking at the drivers now that have got into the top 10. So once again, quick rundown on that. We've got Penguino, Forrester, It's Your Dad, Soldier Jan, Pure Venoms, Senna, Dragoon, Wayne Hammer, Jack and Keogh are the top 10. They're going to be coming on track any moment. The session has started. We're just looking to see who blinks first to get out on track. It looks like we've got a bit of action in the Mercedes garage down there. That will be Wayne Hammer coming out on track. It is indeed.
Oh. Like a bullet. Well.
So we've got Wayne Hammer now out on the circuit. First person to come out. I think one thing they'll have all done would have been to sit and wait for the weather report to see whether it's going to stay dry for the whole session.
Yeah.
How many of them do you think have already checked the race weather report as well?
I think all of them would have done as soon as it started raining, I think. But it looks like it might still date. Looks cloudy.
Definitely doesn't look like the nicest day in China, but then again that cloud could just be fog. is China after all. We've seen all the pictures of them all going around with dust masks on, and some of them with full-blown old World War II gas masks and everything. So Wayne Hammer coming out of the back straight now, coming round to start his qualifying lap. He's definitely going to hope it remains dry so that he can get this lap in.
We'll have a few out on the track as well now.
Wayne Hammer's just removed the cone from the final corner. He cut that corner a bit close. Now we've got a few people on stream. The numbers are definitely picking up. We've actually got 11 people on stream at present.
Cool. Hello.
Hi Galaxy Gamer. Who else do we have? Let's have a run down of some of these names we've got. Fagwin, FF Regan, Galaxy Gamer, Joe, is that Joe Inator? Joe Inator? LFC Mikester, Pity Boy. Oh, hang on a minute. Pity Boy is on stream. And we've also then got Slow Cool and the Dark One. Quite surprised to see Pity Boy on stream, due to the fact Pity Boy is EPXI Maldini. Now that could cause a bit of controversy, because one of the rules of the league is that you do not watch the stream whilst you're racing.
Because that's cheating.
Now the question is, has he, due to the fact he's not qualified for P3, has he then come on the stream just to watch P3 through the stream?
Maybe.
Maybe, but I think I'm going to have to keep a little eye on the viewers as the race is, when we get into the race, just to ensure that he's not watching the stream during the race itself. So Wayne Hammer's set his time and he's happy with it. He's then pulled over to let someone fly through. I think that was Soldier Jan he let through. I believe it's Soldier Jan that's in the Force India, isn't it? Oh no, Soldier Jan's in the McLaren.
Oh, I think it might be Jack.
Ah, Jack's in the Williams. I'm on board with Jack now. It may have been Jack that went through though, because I'm looking at the leaderboard for Saturday and I cannot see the Force Indies on there. Doesn't look like anybody's using the Force Indies on the Saturday. Force India and Sauber are the two teams that we don't have represented. So we're on board with Jack. He's our current championship leader. He's actually a race winner for the first two races, looking to make it a hat-trick here. If he makes it a hat-trick of races, he'll definitely start to run away with that championship at this early stage. He's already got himself a nice 14-point lead.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, Pity Boy has just commented on the stream saying, yeah, he's only jumped on to watch qualifying 3, he's not cheating. Jack has actually gone second and then instantly been knocked down to third. So Penguino instantly went and beat Jack. It's Your Dad is now the pole sitter. So Wayne Hammer's down to fourth. He's a good few seconds off the pace. Senna is currently, I think, a second down on It's Your Dad. That may have been, I'm not sure if that was an outlap or just a warm-up lap. Pure Venom's running through DRS on the back straight. Oh no, pure venoms. Okay, that was a bit weird. It's showing somebody. I've changed to pure venoms. It's showing somebody in the DRS zone, and then showing pure venoms coming out of the pit. Strange the way it did that. So Senna's now exiting the second to last corner. Let's see, Senna's normally quite quick, so let's see where he can put himself in this shootout, and he's dived into the pit. Obviously, one advantage that the people that were using the soft initially in Q2 will now have is they'll have a second set of super softs for this session. Anyone who used the supers in Q2 will have already took some wear off them and only have one brand new set for this session.
Ah.
So we're on board now with Dragoon. Let's go to the onboard camera as he comes out of the second to last corner. He's run quite tight on that corner, actually jumped the apex slightly. Let's see where that puts him time-wise though. He is 9th. Pure Venom's running low. Looks like he's either on an in lap or a build-up lap. That was a build-up lap because he's attacking hard now. We're on board with Pure Venoms as he starts his hot lap. Senna just exited the pit. That looks like it may have put Venoms off because Venom has run wide on the first corner. Senna wasn't close enough to actually get in his line or anything. Flicking over to Penguino now. Oh, and he's diving straight into the pit.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, guys, straight into the pit. That was just orange. Oh.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to see another attempt from Venoms to set a better lap. Keo is currently down in 10th. I don't know if Keo's got a respective time set yet, but it looks like he's lining up for one now. Exits the final corner and floors it across the home straight. It's quite a nice line through the first corner. Better than the line I normally take through there anyway.
Because you're watching Hammer at the moment, trying to get around there.
He's struggling a little bit, is he?
Yeah. I don't know if he's on a... He's just mucking about. Oh, what happened there?
He's holding with Keo at the moment whilst he's putting this lap down. Rara's just popped up on stream. How do's Rara? So at the end of qualifying now, anyone that is on a hot lap is still able to complete it. Keo's definitely on a hot lap. Let's see if he can improve from 4th. Can he get onto the front row? That's what he's going to be aiming for, to try and get front row. Exits the final corner. And no, we don't see an improvement from Keo. He remains in 4th. He did improve his time. He went 2/10 quicker, but it does keep him in 4th place. It's your dad. A new fastest lap of a 1:34.5. Senna is all the way down in 10th. What has happened there? He's looking at finishing this lap. Is he going to jump up at all from this? Out of the final corner. opens at DRS and goes third. What a lap at the end from Senna, stuck himself up to third place. Venoms has not had a good session at all. Is he going to be able to improve with this final lap? He's through the final corner. It looked like he may have jumped to the inside, which would invalidate the time if he did. He's remained 10th. I think he ended up invalidating the lap time on the final corner.
Unlucky for him.
Definitely not what you wanted, is it?
No.
He did indeed. Left the track invalidated lap time for Venoms. Okay, I don't quite know what's happened with my stream, but it's just... I've got it just sort of auto-flicking from one car to another now.
Yeah, mine is as well.
Yours is doing that as well, is it?
Yeah. Alright.
So, we have our top 10. I don't know what is going on with the imaging. For anyone that is watching, I don't know why it's just flicking around from one thing to another. Oh, looks kind of weird. It's a little bit trippy. So this was the final qualifying session. We're just waiting now for the game to actually register, because this is all just a bit strange. I'm not too sure what has happened to the lobby. But we have It's Your Dad is in first, Penguino second, Senna has gone third, Jack in fourth, Forrester fifth, Keogh is sixth, Wayne Hammer seventh, Soldier Jam will start from eighth, Dragoon ninth, and Pure Venoms takes that final top 10 qualifying spot. And I literally pressed to leave session, then that wouldn't have been good, would it? So, here we go now. Obviously, Socky, you'll be aware already on a little procedure we have to go through here.
Yes. Don't touch buttons, even though
Don't
how much
touch
I
a button. Oh, we're starting in the wet.
Oh!
Now, oh, that's got to be an interesting race. I'm just looking at the weather report here for the session forecast. It's got to start wet, get dry, and then go back to being wet.
This is going to be a really, really good race.
That is going to open things up, because now straight away the drivers are going to be working out, what do I do? Do I go to the soft tyre in that wet section, or do I go to mediums, or do I risk the super soft? Because they're not going to want to make additional stops on those dry tyres. They're going to only want us to stop the race now, because the intermediates get good life. I'd definitely be looking at a 2-stop race now myself. The question is, what tyres do you use in that middle stint? How long are they going to get before having to go back onto the wet?
Well, that's it. It doesn't give you no time delay, really, so...
It's all a case of just trying to judge it. Personally, I'd be playing my strategy on the
Well, it looks really, really wet. You know,
it does look very wet, doesn't it?
from looking, it looks really, really wet, so it looks like they're going to have to go and put the intermediates on, or go for wet.
I think intermediates is going to be the way to start the race. I definitely think starting on the inters, and I think they'll be ended on the inters as well, to be honest. My whole question is going to be, what do they go on in that second stint? I reckon one or two might try a softer compound in the second stint and hope that the rain then starts again fast enough that they don't blow the tyres.
I don't know.
It's an awkward one, isn't it?
It is. Because it stops again. Well, by the rain might only last for a little while, so doesn't really give a thing. It could last 10. It could last only 10 laps.
I don't think
Then they
the
put
issue
them
is
on.
be
It's
so
cloudy
much.
for a little while.
I don't think the issue is going to be so much how long the rain lasts. I think it's more how long do they get with the dry in between. Because if they're only going to get 5 laps of dry weather in the middle, then super softs would be perfect for it. But if they're going to end up with 15, maybe 18 laps of dry in the middle, then they're going to need to be looking at the soft, possibly even the mediums. So we could see some tyres blowing in the middle of this race if people make the wrong tyre.
Get in! I'm watching.
I think we most definitely could see it. We'll have to wait and see what happens, see what strategies people use, but I think it's definitely put the cat amongst the pigeons, as they say.
It's a shame I kind look about, but it does look rather wet.
It definitely looks wet, doesn't it? I think the intermediates are a must at the start, and I think the intermediates will be a must at the end. It's just, as we say, how long will that middle sector on the dries go? That's going to be the big thing for it. I don't know why that cameraman is so intent on recording me when I'm not even going to be racing.
Yeah, I wonder what them two guys. You know, I've talked about this with Silver the last time, last Saturday. What are they talking about? You know.
I reckon they're sat there saying, well, the commentators have got their snacks sorted, what are we having for lunch?
Well, that's it. Obviously, it's got to do with something about lunch.
They're on the Just Eat app, that's what it is. They're on the Just Eat app trying to decide whether they're getting Chinese, pizza, curry. It's like, what are we on? Like, well, we had curry at the last race. Oh, there we go, the official starter has readied up.
Oh.
If you wanted a cheeky look around, you could actually ready up now and have a little cheeky look around before it starts.
Yeah. Oh, it does look rather wet.
So we're getting in now to the start of the race, only seconds away from the lights.
Yeah, I would like to wish all the guys the best of luck.
Yep, good luck to everyone named. And they go, they are off. And we instantly retire from session. That allows us to then spectate. Once it gives me that camera control, there we go. We are on board with It's Your Dad in the first corner. Penguino looking for that move up the inside. It looks like everyone's getting through clean. Oh, Forrester, a nice little dive up the inside of Jack there, followed by Keogh. Oh no, Keogh didn't quite get through actually on Jack. But It's Your Dad has got away clean at the start. Jack looking for a move. Ooh, oh god, Jack's right wide there. He's going to have to give the position back there on that Ferrari.
Oh, Dragoon has retired from session.
We have lost Dragoon. Oh, and we've just seen someone spin out in the back as well. Who did we just lose?
Oh, don't know, is he looking through?
It looked to me like we lost one of the manners. It was Grim. We have lost Grim.
Oh, unlucky.
So It's Your Dad is in first. Penguino currently second. Senna has got himself up to third. Forrester is in fourth. Keogh currently fifth. Jack is in sixth. Wayne Hammer currently running in seventh place. Shag is up to eighth. That's a nice position for Shag to be sat in. He is under heavy pressure from Venoms behind. Venoms then has It's Your Mum right behind him in 10th. Soldier Jan is 11th. Matt Lowe in 12th. Maldini is not in. So I don't know whether we lost Maldini or whether he didn't actually make it into the race. But let's see, Senna is now in second place. Senna is definitely making his way through the order. Forrester is in third. Penguino has lost 2 positions there. Is he going to make a move back on Forrester here as they're coming through the first corner? He's looking like he wants it. Little tiny touch on his front wing. That could cause him slight damage. Won't affect him too much. It didn't look like a big touch. It's Your Dad was sliding it out of that second corner there. Penguino's all over the back of Forrester. He's looking like he wants to make this move as soon as possible. He doesn't look happy that he lost 2 positions on that final corner.
Just watching the back of the pack now at the moment. Busy on Moby and Hammer. Coming in 7th. Behind him, we'll have Venoms. And then must have a Shaggers in 9th.
And as they're coming around towards the end of Sector 2, I think Penguino's going to try and line up a move on Forrester here. He's got Keogh just behind him as well. If he doesn't hurry up and try and line up a move on Forrester, then he's at risk of Keogh going for a move on him. He's either going to end up having to defend from Keogh or attack Forrester. I reckon that's going to happen as they come into this next corner.
I think everybody's just trying to stay on track at the moment. I think they're from at the back where I'm watching at the moment, like, so I think they're just waiting for hopefully for that sun to break, but they're waiting to stop really so the track dries, and then you're going to see people pushing it. They're just holding off to see it because anything can happen, you know, keeping that distance from each other. Nobody seems to be fighting at the back. They're just keeping up close to each other.
Penguino's glued himself to Forrester's rear. Forrester's a little bit slidey as they come into the first corner. Penguino's holding a nice tight line. Is he going to go for the move? They're side by side into the second corner. Forrester's hanging Penguino out to dry, but he's keeping alongside. Oh, they nearly touched. Penguino sliding side to side, and Keel's ended up getting through.
Excellent.
They nearly touched on the exit of the second corner. There was some good evasive action from Penguino, but it did cause him to get a little bit of a tank slapper on the back end, and he ended up dropping a position to Keel, but Keel definitely happy to profit there. In the background, who do you have? We have Wayne Hammer is in 7th with
7th.
Venom's just behind him.
Venom, then must have a Shag. Jan's behind him, and then it's your mum. What's your mum with it's your mum? Oh, pretty close there.
Soldier and it's your mum getting close just behind Shag.
Yeah.
I'm watching this from the back of Shag's car. It's your mum looking like he's gonna go for a move there. Let's see whether he does or not. He does indeed, up the inside into the second to last corner.
Oh, that is.
Oh, he's going for the double. Oh, there's contact.
Oh,
Is he going to hold it? He holds the position on Jan. He held the position on Jan, but he wasn't able to get Shag, and he's bailed straight into the pit. He must have took damage. For him to dive straight into the pits there, he must have took some damage.
That was a brilliant move. It had to come off right. Brilliant.
It was a great move on Jan. I think it was just a shame he didn't quite... I don't think he had the position to actually go for the move on Shag as well, and that's where his downfall is. Trying to turn it into a double.
I think it's the heavy rain. The heavy rain's playing problems with the guys, so
yeah.
You know.
It's your dad still able to fend off Senna so far out in front.
Back up the win.
Forrester, oh, Penguino actually in 5th place. He's all over the back of Keogh now.
That was Shag's car.
So Keogh's been sticking close enough to Forrester to get a toe off him. But Penguino is now all over the back of Keogh after that mistake that dropped him down from 3rd into 5th. He obviously wants to make those positions back up. He knows he's got the pace due to qualifying. Is he going to get the run out of this corner to make a move? Looks like he's going for it. He pulls to the inside. Oh, but Keogh's got the better pace on the outside line. Penguino now gets the slipstream, comes up alongside. And Penguino's through nice and easy before the braking zone.
Nice.
Clear into the position. That was a lovely move. Nothing at all Keogh could do to defend that. Oh.
There's
Socky,
a
can
battle
you
going
just
on up
invite
here.
Grim to the party, please?
Yes.
Now, is Penguino going to straight away start trying to attack Forrester? Or is Forrester going to be able to open a little bit of space? I know Keel's trying to look at having a move back at Penguino, but I don't think that's quite going to work.
Oh, there's a battle
got
going on,
Senna.
yes. Who's just jumped there? Venoms. Oh, there's a battle going on between Venoms and Wayne Hammer for 7th.
Let's have a little look.
And
Oh,
eighth.
that is a battle. He's alongside him.
Oh, yeah.
There is Mr. Grimm. Hello, mate.
Right.
Welcome to the commentary. How, obviously, it's not nice that you've ended up in the commentary booth this early. We didn't quite see what happened. Oh, something has happened. Something has just happened to Penguino, though. Penguino is down into 7th place. What has happened there? He's ended up falling all the way back into this battle between Wayne Hammer and Venoms. So Penguino's not having a good time of it. Yeah, I saw, was it the exit of the first or second corner? Exit of the first, I think it was, wasn't it? When I just saw you suddenly spear off into the wall.
No, first, yeah, got taken out, pretty much, from behind.
Oh. We didn't catch it, unfortunately, on stream. We just sort of, in the background of the stream, we could see you disappearing off.
It's fine.
Penguino has just dropped all the way down to 10th place.
Oh, there's a battle going
And then
on
darted
for
into the
first.
pits. He must have damage. I'm currently
Kai
on
and
board
Senna are
with,
battling.
currently on board with Wayne Hammer losing a position there to Venoms. Venoms is through. Jump now to Senna. Senna is now up into the lead. Senna's managed
Yes.
to take the lead from Itsy Dad. So many overtakes all going on. Oh, Itsy Dad goes for the move back. There's contact.
Oh.
That could have ended up a lot worse than it did. I wonder if any of them have picked up damage from that though. Itsy Dad looks like he's lost a couple of the flaps on that front wing. Is
I
it
don't
going to
think
be
he's
bad enough
lost
that he'll
anything,
need to
mate.
pit? You know, it looked to me like he may have lost
Yeah.
one or two of them flaps on the front left.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, I still got
yeah,
them.
they're all still there. That was a big lock up into that corner from him though.
Penguinos went down into 11th.
Yeah, he pitted in. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't see what went on with him, but something happened. He was losing places left, right and centre and then ended up darting into the pit, so he must have had damage from an incident. Oh, we've now got DRS, so the track is dry now, and Itsy Dad has easily retook the lead under DRS. So we should start to see people coming in for dry tyres. Forrester ran a little bit wide on the second class corner then. Oh!
Whoa.
We had Itsy Dad braking for the final corner, and we had Senna looking at coming full speed into the pit, and he ran straight into the back of Itsy Dad.
I've recorded that.
Forrester has dived into the pit as well. Senna's getting a new wing following that. Wayne Hammer's in.
It's quite a few,
Looks like
yeah.
yeah, Pure Venoms and Shag are both into the pits. Matt Lowe is also in, so they're all going on to the dry tyres. Question is, what compounds have they gone on to? That's got to be the big thing now.
Penguinos now jumped straight into 7th, with having already coming in and changing his tyres.
So Penguino pitted a lap earlier than everyone else. Nice move.
Yes.
That might be why he was losing time. He may have just had enough of those intermediates on the dry as the line was getting dry and wanted to get off it as soon as possible. So Forrester is now in third place on the mediums. Itsy Dad is leading, but he will be losing time all over the shop because he is still on the intermediates. Soldier Jan in second is also still on the inters. So is Forrester going to be able to reel these in and jump them at the pit stop? Jack is on the back of Forrester, but Jack is on the soft tyre. Forrester's on the mediums. So Forrester's going to get the extra distance on the stint due to that. Jack's got DRS on Forrester, but he's not close enough to actually try and make a move.
Panguino's now up to 6.
That battle with Keo still going on.
No.
He's made it from the look of that. Oh, there's lag there. We had some lag. It looked for a moment like Keo was going to go into the back of Penguino. Itsy Dad comes out right in front of Penguino, so he's straight into this battle over 5th place.
Jack and Forrester are fighting for first. Well, they were.
I'd say you said that, and by the time I got to it, Forrester's managing to run away from Jack. What happened there?
Jack tried to make a move around the outside and just lost a bit of control. Oh, Maldini's inviting me to a party.
Oh!
Don't even bother.
It's your dad's lost control, he's run off the track.
So Penguino's still got Keo on the back end of him. Penguino's on the soft. Keo, I believe, is on the mediums. He is. So if Keo can hold on the back of Penguino, depending on how long it takes for the rain to come back, Keo could be in a good spot to take that position away. If he can get far enough now that the rain comes back, he could end up only needing the one additional stop before the rain.
Mana power.
We've got Jack coming into the first corner looking like he... No, he's not. I thought he might have been lined up and move on Forrester there. He's just getting glued to his rear end instead. Jack looking like is he going to try around the outside? Jack really wanted to take that lead from Forrester. He's so close to the back of him. They're coming around now towards the end of the second sector. So they're getting close to the DRS. Is he going to be able to keep close enough to Forrester to get the DRS and make the move on the back straight?
Good defensive driver is Forrester though.
He's doing really well.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely
Don't
close
think
enough
he's
for the
gonna hold him
DRS.
this time though.
No. Jack pulls to the inside, opens the DRS, that massive overspeed, and he's through clean just as they enter the braking zone. Nice move. Forrester looking for the cutback, and Jack has actually run onto the grass slightly, but stays just in front of him as they exit the final corner. Will Forrester be able to come back in this DRS line? He has.
Yep.
Forrester's got back
Brilliant.
through. That's excellent
Oh.
driving, and Jack's lost the back end. Oh, that was close.
Touched the back of Forrester there.
Slight bit of contact, back end got away from him. He did well to hold it, to be honest. Could have ended up a lot worse. Let's have a look back down the order now. Penguino looking comfortable in fourth. Senna obviously is currently in 3rd. Keogh is in 5th, trying to chase up to the back of Penguino. Wayne Hammer in 6th place currently. Shag is in 7th, not far behind Wayne Hammer at all, looking like he wants to try and push onto the back end of him. Venoms is in 8th place. Matt Lowe is currently running in 9th, but he is on the super soft tyre, so I don't think he's going to get much life out of them at all. Itsy Mum is in 10th, that rounds off the points sitters at the moment. Soldier Jan is currently in 11th place, with Itsy Dad in 12th. That is our final runner. So Forrester now, due to the little bit of the back end loss that Jack had on that first corner, Forrester's been able to open a bit of a gap, give himself a bit of breathing room for a couple of laps. On board now with Keogh as he tries to chase down Penguino. So settling down a little bit now. I think the rain has had the sort of effect where it's separated people out just enough that people are just sort of settling, getting themselves comfy now, ready for the end of these second stints.
Yeah.
Although we could start to see some early stops now from these dry tyres, because we do have, we have at least one driver out there on the super soft. That's Matt Lowe. Let's have a quick little look through. I think it is only Matt that is on the supers. He's all over the back of Itsy Mum now. I'll say all over, he's coming up to the back of Itsy Mum. He's trying to utilise that extra grip. Itsy Mum obviously is on the soft tyre. He needs to use that extra grip while he's got it, because he's going to have to pit soon and change those tyres over. He's not holding good lines though. So Matt Lowe, from the look of it, he keeps running wide onto the grass. He keeps actually cutting the apex as well onto the grass, which all that's doing is putting dirt on his tyres, taking away from the grip that those super softs give you.
Oh dear, dear, dear.
And it actually looks like Itsy Mum has been able to run away slightly.
Venoms is catching Mustafa and Wayne.
So we're on board now with Venoms. Yeah, we'll stick with this battle for a little bit.
Yeah, Jack and Forrester.
Has Jack managed to get to the back of Forrester again? Oh, he has indeed.
Side by side.
He's going to be on the outside here. Oh, but he goes round. Nicely done around the outside of him on that corner. Is Forrester going to be able to come back? That's going to be the question. Jack obviously has the grip at the moment from the soft tyre. Forrester now is going to look to be within DRS, but is he going to get close enough? I don't think he's got the grip to stay close enough to Jack to actually utilise the DRS well enough. He's got the DRS, got the slipstream, he's going for it though, up the inside. They're side by side, is he going to be able to make the move? Nah, Jack just had the cleaner drive through that corner to keep Forrester behind him. Onto the home straight, Forrester again with the DRS. Is he going to look for a move into the first corner? No, he backed off it. Didn't want to risk any contact, didn't want to create an incident. Good driving though, it's a good battle we've got going on here. So we're sticking with this battle at the front. Everything else seems to have settled down a little bit for other drivers, which have got people trying to close gaps, whereas at the front we have a strong battle taking place. Forrester's still only, well, still less than half a second behind Jack. So he's easily remaining within DRS. It's just going to be a case of whether he can make a move. Is he going to be able to get enough grip out of those medium tyres to actually go for a pass?
Venoms is busy hunting, must have a shot down. At the moment he's right behind him.
On board with Venoms now. Oh, he is right on Shag, isn't he?
Yeah.
So as they come around now to start the third sector, Venoms is definitely going to be close enough to have DRS on Shag, but it does look like Shag is going to pick up the DRS and slipstream from Wainhammer, so that will neutralise it. So it's going to come down to pure driver speed as to whether he can make the move or not. Uffy's going for it though. Shag didn't get the DRS off Wainhammer, and Venoms has made that pass look easy. Would have been a lot different had Shag had the DRS, but unfortunately he just dropped too far behind Wainhammer to pick the DRS up. And Venoms now has the DRS himself from Wainhammer, so he's able... Oh no, he doesn't. It came up the DRS line, but he doesn't, so Shag's making the move back.
Oh,
That's all getting a bit close around that first corner, but Shag has got it. What a move in the first corner. Such a hard corner to get around anyway on this circuit, and Shag's able to make an overtake on there.
brilliant.
Excellent driving in the banana. Let's get a quick look. Forrester's dropped back ever so slightly now from Jack at the front. We've got Senna still trying to chase that battle down. He's also on the medium, so he's going to be hoping, like Forrester, that Jack has to pit again before they get the rain. Although it is looking quite nice now. The skies have started to clear.
So into the sunshine.
Oof, Penguino's suddenly getting right on the back of Senna. They're going to be battling over third place, and it looks like that battle is about to start. Penguino's actually got DRS on Senna now. Senna moves to the inside.
Overtaken Mustafa again.
Penguino has just took third place. That's the podium spot for Penguino, if he can then hold it. On board now with Shag, but unfortunately he is now behind Venoms and he's not close enough to try and make a move back in that first corner. Venoms is instantly now trying to hunt down Wainhammer. We've had Maldini in the stream chat asking whether we've got his crash on stream. No, we didn't, Maldini. So let's see, is Venom's going to be able to chase down Wainhammer now? I'm not sure where other battles are taking place. I believe that third place has sort of settled itself down slightly now since Penguino got Senna. And this is looking like Venoms is going to get the DRS on Wainhammer on the back straight again. Is Shag going to be able to get close enough to the back of Venoms so that he can also get pulled through as well? Venoms is lining up Wainhammer here though. He's nice and close to him, guts the slipstream, opens the DRS. Oh, he makes it look easy again, straight up the inside. Oh, then again, Wainhammer's coming back on the outside. Wainhammer looking for the undercut, for the cutback, sorry, can't get it. Venoms is through.
Superb, that. Brilliant.
Wainhammer with the DRS now on the pit straight. Goes to the inside. They're still side by side as they come into the second corner. Wainhammer holding next to Venoms there. He's got a good run, good exit of corner 2. There's a little bit of contact. Shag's looking to try and profit from this battle going on. Still side by side with each other as they come into these sweeping corners. Venom's just getting slightly ahead. Shag's looking to join in. He's on the back of Wainhammer now. This is a brilliant battle going on here over 6th and 7th place. 3 doesn't go into 2, so let's see who comes out on top. Venoms has now got clean ahead of Wainhammer. Wainhammer will have the slipstream as we come into the final sector. And Shag is also right on the back of Wainhammer, so he will get DRS as well. Onto the back straight. This could end up with a double pass. Wainhammer makes the move on Venoms. Shag looks to follow through with that double toe. Shag wasn't able to make the move, but Venoms is. Venoms then runs deep. Venoms doesn't run deep, sorry, Wainhammer run deep. Venoms has somehow been able to retain that position. This is one hell of a battle going on. Wainhammer and Shag both with DRS now coming into the first corner. They're going to get right up on the back of Venoms again. Shag's going around the outside of Wainhammer. He's got the inside now into turn 2. Is he going to be able to hold that position from Wainhammer? Wayne's got that 7th place back. And now Pure Venoms have been able to pull away slightly from these two as they're battling each other over 7th. So will Wainhammer now continue to defend from Shag, or is he now going to start to speed up slightly to catch back up to Venoms and pull Shag along with him?
Oh, 7. Sanazo to overtaken. What's it called again?
Penguino. Yeah,
yes,
Senna's just got the move made on Penguino. And Penguino's dived into the pit. Forrester is all over the back of Jack. This could be a pass for the lead. Oh, he doesn't go for it. He looked like he was lining it up. He bailed out of it at the last possible moment. Senna's actually stayed nicely with this battle, whilst Jack and Forrester are battling for the lead. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Senna on the back of Jack, Forrester, sorry, on the back of Jack's car. Didn't look like he'd picked up any damage. So that little bit of contact has allowed Jack to pull away slightly now from Forrester, so let's have a look further down the order. Penguino has come out of the pits in 6th place, so he's come out right behind Venoms. It looks like Shag and Wainhammer may have... Oh no, they haven't done their pits, they've just dropped back slightly. They're still battling each other though. Wainhammer is all over the back of Shag, so they're still battling away for 7th place. They're both on the mediums, which is the reason they've not done their pits yet. As we look further down the order, Soldier Jan is down in 10th place. He's on soft tyres. He's got Itsy Dad all over the back of him. Itsy Dad is also on the soft tyre. And we then have Matt Lowe in 12th. Now Itsy Dad lining up Soldier Jan for a move. It opens the DRS. That's going to allow him to run through nice and easy. They come into the second to last corner and Itsy Dad has the move. Big lock up from Itsy Dad in the second to last. But he has got the move. He's made it stick. And so Jan darts into the pit for a tyre change. So Matt Lowe has made his stop. He's come out now on the medium tyres. He was the only one that went onto the supers at the start. Oh, well, when we got in the dry.
Wayne has overtaken Shag. Now in 6th.
Got Forrester all over the back of Shag now as well.
Yeah, we've just got to that in time. Forrester's going to want to get past Shag as soon as possible because he's just done his pit stop. He's come out on the soft. He's not going to want to get stuck behind anyone who's already took a load of life out of the tyres. He's going to want to be able to use that additional grip on the soft as soon as possible. He's putting the pressure on Shag. He's trying to go around the outside of him as they come onto the back straight. And he's done it.
He does.
He drove straight around him. Andy picked up the DRS. He was behind Shag at the activation point, drove around the outside of him coming through the corner, so he was then able to get in front of him and open the DRS to drive away. Nicely played from Forrester, and now he's going to be looking to get on the back of Wayne Hammer.
Where's my team? Second. Go on, lad.
Yep, the pits are now coming thick and fast. People that were on the soft, I believe all the soft tyres have pitted. The mediums have started to come in now as well. We're currently sticking with Forrester as he's looking to make a move on Wayne Hammer to take 6th place. Remembering, obviously, we've got some drivers in the order now that have only pitted once to move on to the dry tyre from the inters that they started on. We've got other drivers that have already made their second stop and are now trying to reclimb back up the order with fresher tyres. Forrester looks like he's going to make this move on Wayne sooner rather than later. I think he's going to wait for the DRS. He goes through the DRS activation point, and now he's holding right on the back of him through the right hander, the same as he did with Shag. Into the slipstream, pulls out of it. He actually makes the move just as he opens the DRS, so that just allows him to drive away on the exit of it, and that's Forrester up now into 6th place. So Keogh is in 2nd. Nobody around him from the look of it.
Yeah, there's a battle going on for 3rd. Jack and Penguino.
Penguino's all over the back of Jack, isn't it? My God. Oh, he's going for the move. Ooh, that's tight round the 2nd corner. Start looking from Penguino's car, looking ahead towards Jack. Is he going to be able to line up and move here? They're both on the medium tyres. Now, as they start to come round into the DRS, Penguino should get DRS. It looks like he's going to be close enough. This is where we've seen most of the overtakes during the race. This case of whether he can hold close enough to the back of Jack, or has Jack got too much speed in that Williams to hold him off. DRS is open, the slipstream's in effect. He comes to the inside just as he hit the braking zone. Jack is still on the outside of him. Jack's going for the cutback. Is he going to make it? It looks like he has done. Jack's edged back ahead through the cutback. Exit the final corner now, and Penguino opens the DRS again. Is he going to make the move into the first corner? He goes up the inside. Will he be able to make it stick? It's going to be tight. Oh, there's contact. A little bit of contact. Penguino's front left with Jack's rear right, but Jack has remained ahead. Penguino just had a little bit of a slide due to that contact, but then was able to carry on. No damage caused from the look of it. Yeah, Penguino still has all the flaps on that front wing. Jack is now in third. So I'm not sure whether that is the first set of mediums that Keogh put on or not, but he is running in second place. If he's already got rid of the first set of dry tyres he's put on, then he's done brilliant to come through the way he has and suddenly be in second. Senna is leading. He's also on the mediums, but I believe Senna initially pitted onto the soft.
Nice.
Looking back down the odd now, we're all the way back now with Shag in 8th. It looks like the field is starting to get a little bit more spread out again now.
Oh, get in, there's a battle going on for third.
I
Still,
believe the only
Jack
battle we
and
have on
Penguino.
yeah, this is the only battle we actually have on track at the moment. Everyone else got just that little bit of space behind them, between them, sorry. Oh, Penguino, is he gonna go? He's going for it on the inside of Jack here. That's not somewhere we'd normally see a move. Jack held that corner nicely. Penguino just picked up a little bit of dirt as he was offline coming around that left-hander, and that allowed Jack to hold the inside and keep the position. But Penguino definitely looks like he wants to get by him. Penguino has looked quite racy when he's been in these low battles. He has definitely been looking racy today. Must have had his Weetabix this morning. Now he's got the slipstream on Jack, he's opened the DRS, he's got the massive overspeed from that. Through into the braking zone. Jack is not going to give up, he's going to go for the cutback again. Isn't able to make it this time. Penguino gets a good run out of the second to last corner, holds the position. Now Jack is going to have DRS on the pit straight. He's looking up the inside into the first corner. He's made the move before the corner. That's nicely done. Nice spot on that. We've just lost Grim from Pie. Grim has just left the commentary booth. Forrester has just took 5th place there by the overtakes with Venoms. Penguino still all over the back of Jack. This is the main battle that we've got going on at the moment. This podium, it's looking really tight. It's going to be really close between these two on who gets that podium spot. They're battling so hard. It's so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's nice and dry at the moment, but you know the weather report says it's going to rain soon, so
it's going to be a case of how many laps do they get before that rain comes. I tell you what, the Williams and Red Bull sponsors are going to love us because this is one of the main battles we've been watching. Jump over now to Venoms in the other Williams, see how he's looking with Forrester. Forrester's now starting to pull away from him. Is Wayne Hammer going to be able to get onto the back of that battle? We're not too sure. Penguino all over the back of Jack again. These two have had such an amazing battle.
It's been great. Great racing.
On board again now through this sector with Penguino. He's got Jack right ahead of him. Ooh, tries a little down the inside. That was a nice little look. That'll make Jack think about that sector. Just letting him know, yes, I am still here. And if you slip up, I will get through. He's right on the back of Jack now as they're coming into the DRS zone. Holds a nice line, gets good speed out of the corner. He's got the slipstream, he's got the DRS. This is going to be a repeat of the move we've seen over and over again in this battle between these two. Up the inside, into the second to last corner. Jack goes for the cutback. Gets alongside, they're coming to the last corner. Oi, that was tight.
Oh, yeah.
We had a bit of a lag on the stream, but Jack has exited that final corner with the DRS. He's now going to go back up the inside in the first corner and take the position back again. Oh, but Jack has then run wide. Penguino now, into the second, has been able to retake the position. So Penguino has finally been able to exit the second corner ahead of Jack. We've seen that move so many times, that second to last corner, and then the position change back in the first, but now finally Penguino has been able to come out of it on top. So Senna is in fourth. He's obviously looking to pick up the pieces if these two trip over each other. Well, Senna was leading, if you remember. He's actually come out now on the super soft tyre, Senna. So I think Senna is going to be hoping that the rain comes quite soon. He's not going to get many laps out of the super soft, so I'd estimate about 6, maybe 7. I think 6 laps is the average life in them super softs around here.
Yeah.
So Jack's turn now to line up Penguino on the second to last corner.
Keo is
Keo
just
overtaking.
Matt Lowe.
I would say, yeah, he's going past the back marker there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, Penguino and Jack are going to be on the back of Matt Lowe any moment. The fact that Penguino and Jack have been able to reel in Keo whilst having this immense battle with each other at the same time, that's some brilliant work by the two of them. Now, Jack's probably going to be thinking what he needs to do now is get onto the back of Matt Lowe as they come into the DRS zone. If he's able to do that and pick up DRS from Matt Lowe, that will neutralise Penguino behind him. Penguino will only have the slipstream then and not the combination of slipstream and DRS. But it doesn't look like Jack is going to be able to get close enough. But through the activation zone, I don't think he's been able to get close enough to get the DRS from Matt Lowe. He will be picking up a distant tow from him.
Yeah.
Penguino
yeah,
now with the slipstream and the DRS open. Once again up the inside into the second lap. How many times have we said that this race? I think we've said it every lap for the last 10 laps.
Yes.
That's what we want though. We don't tune into racing to see nothing going on.
Oh.
Jack around the outside
yeah.
into the first corner. That's nice.
Oh. Very close. Excellent driving. Oh,
Brilliantly done.
yes.
See, this is the reason we watch racing. This is what we want. This is what F1
Yeah.
does. And Senna has now joined into this battle on his fresh super soft tyres. He's now right on the back of Penguino. This is going to make things interesting.
Oh,
Matt Lowe, don't get in the way of this battle. He's pulled completely off circuit to let them through. He realised what was going on. He saw the blue flags and he just dived out of the way of 3 cars before he got involved. Senna has actually managed to get Penguino. So Senna's now up into 3rd and coming onto the back end of Jack. Penguino's going to want to get dragged through with Senna. Penguino could actually pick up a double toe and DRS here. I think he will do. Senna and Penguino have both opened DRS. Penguino utilising that double toe to slingshot, but he can't go up the inside of Jack. Jack's battling with Senna. This is all getting really tight. Keogh has dived into the pit.
oh, there we go.
That's going to move Keogh down the order. Jack
Penguino's
has
got
Senna
DRS.
now ahead of him.
Oh,
Penguino's DRS was neutralised due to the fact Jack had DRS from Senna. These three are giving us an unbelievable race. 29 laps in and the front 3 are separated by less than a second. See, those people that watch racing and say, oh, it's boring, it's just a few, just cars going around, the same thing over and over again. This is the difference with ESR. This is what ESR brings you. 3 cars within 1 second of each other after 29 laps of racing.
yeah, just over the halfway mark now.
Keogh has
Yeah,
rejoined
man.
in 4th. He's come out on the soft. He obviously wants to ensure that he gets as far as he can before needing to change onto wets if the wets come again. Shag is actually now up into 5th place.
Yes.
He's putting a good performance in. That banana looks a little bit past its date though. It's got some black spots on it. Forrester is in 6th and actually now has Itsy Mum and Pure Venoms all over the back of him. We've got another 3-way battle going on. This time it's for 6th, 7th and 8th. Itsy Mum and Pure Venoms not close enough that time to look for a move, but they are both right on the back of Forrester now as they come through the final corner. Again, Venoms, he's another one that's looked very racy today. When he's had the opportunity to go to moves, he's not hung about, has he? And he's definitely looking like he wants to move on Itsy Mum. Doesn't quite sound right that at times, does it? Venoms looks like he wants to make a move on your mum.
Oh, battle going on for the second.
Oh, we've just lost somebody.
Oh, who was that?
And I'm
Yes,
just watching
that.
the stream now to see what name comes up. He's on the exit of this corner, and it was... Come on, show me on the stream. Matt Lowe. Matt Lowe has just retired from the session.
Shame. Ah,
Jack and Penguino are still fighting. Venoms has actually just made the move on It's Your Mum as well. We just moved away from that battle as that move took place, because we moved to try and catch what was going on with Jack and Penguino. Penguino got the move on Jack. He's now up into second. Venoms is now in 7th with It's Your Mum just in front of him. No, it's not. Sorry, it's Forrester even just in front of Venoms.
yeah.
It's Your
Front
Mum
of
was
him is
behind.
must have a shag.
So we've got people following their second round of pit stops. We've got people starting to get into some more battles again now. This is what we like to see. Venoms is all over the back of Forrester. Venom's going to look to make a move into the DRS. Forrester will possibly get DRS from Shag. Forrester doesn't
Yes, I
pick up the
think
DRS,
they do.
but Venoms does.
Oh, yeah.
But because Forrester's gone for the move on Shag, Venoms couldn't make the move on Forrester.
Oh, shag
Oh.
loses.
Little sliver
Shag's
from
going
Forrester,
in
and
the
Venoms takes the position.
Must have a shag's now in
Forrester
the
now got to
pits.
try and get back. Keep an eye on which tyres Shag goes on for us, please. I'm on board with Forrester as he's battling with Venoms.
Oh, white ones. White ones, I know what they are.
He's gone on the mediums.
That's what he's wearing.
Yeah, the whites are the mediums. The orange, which we're not using today, the orange are the hards. Whites are the mediums, the yellow are the soft, and the red are the super softs.
Right, yeah.
And
I
then
know
it
that.
tracks that allow them the purple or the ultra softs.
Right.
And then obviously the other two
Nice.
compounds for when it's wet are green sidewall for the intermediates and blue for the wet tyres. We may see the intermediates come back out at the end of this race. Venoms is right on the back of Forrester now though. He's, like I said, he's looked very racy today, Venoms. He's gone for the move up the inside of him. Now he's done that just before the DRS activation zone, which means Forrester will now pick up DRS to try and come back at Venoms. So Forrester now in the slipstream, opens his DRS, has the run up the inside of Venoms, and gets through nicely.
Ooh, very nice.
Is Venoms going to try and line him up now into the first corner? Because Venoms will now get the DRS. There you go, he's opened the DRS as soon as they exit the final corner. He's looking to the inside. There's not a lot of room there, he's had to back out of it. Forrester did that nicely, he just positioned his car nicely to just say there's enough room on the inside if you really want to squeeze, but it's going to be tight to fit there. And Venoms decided better of it.
Oh, close.
So whilst that three-way battle goes on, we are jumping quickly to Penguino. He's still got Jack all over the back of him.
It's pretty much a 1-2 with these two. You can have second for a little while, and then I'll just give you it back.
I want
Yeah,
second.
well,
No, I want second. No, I want second.
That's it.
The
Right
whole
behind
time,
him there. Like.
Senna's able to just sort of pull away slightly ahead of them. He's just able to lap, not have to battle, and just remain in a nice position. Jack's going for the move now. Senna's coming to the pit, so that is technically a move for the lead, and Jack takes it. Senna,
Very
of course, had
nice.
put the super soft tyres on, so he's now had to pit in because those tyres have basically shredded. they will have lost all life to them. And now Jack is the new race leader with Penguino all over the back of him. And I think with 22 laps to go, it's time to open the big box of poppets.
Oh, good crisps.
It's like, I hear a snack.
That's
Snack
it, eh?
time! We are staying with Penguino during the snack break.
Yeah, I'm watching Jack at the moment.
Oh, we have just lost somebody else from the lobby. Who have we just lost? I'm keeping an eye on the stream to see whose name that was. The stream obviously is slightly behind the live lobby. But let's see who it was. It was Venoms! We lost Venoms!
Oh no. Oh, we missed that. Hopefully he's recorded it.
Forrester and It's Your Mum are now on their own. We have lost Venoms. We'd been staying with that battle for quite a while because the three of them were battling together, but then we changed to the battle at the front. And as we've changed, whilst we were on the battle at the front, we've ended up losing Venoms. So I don't know what has happened. I hope it wasn't anything too severe. It may have been a mechanical failure, but more likely there's been a bit of contact somewhere. We just unfortunately not caught it because we were too busy watching the battle at the front. And sorting out snacks.
Mustafa Shark's just overtaken Soja Yan to take 9th position after coming out of the pits.
Yep, just jumped on board with him as we see the end of that. Jan looks like he's got DRS, but he's not close enough to do anything back at Shag.
Yeah.
Wayne Hammer running comfortably in 7th, Itsy Dad in 8th. Nobody around them, no battles going on there. Itsy Mum is in 6th now, closing on the back of Forrester. Due to the fact that Venoms has disappeared, they're now in 5th and 6th place. So Itsy Mum doesn't look close enough to line up a move on Forrester here. He has got DRS, so he may be able to close in a bit, but he's definitely not going to be close enough to make a move. So Forrester is in 5th, Keo is running in 4th place. He's currently chasing up to the back of Senna, who is running in 3rd. So they're going to start a battle over the final podium position. There is obviously 20 laps left to go, so there's still time, anything can happen yet. And the weather report showing that things might get a little sketchy still. So Kyo is chasing down Senna, as we said, for 3rd, and then up front we have Penguino all over the back of Jack in what is now the battle for the lead. It looks like tyre choice has started to play a bigger factor, which we predicted at the start due to the fact the race was starting in the wet. We did predict that tyre choice for this dry session of the race would be crucial. Penguino up the inside of Jack as they come into the second and last corner. That move that we've seen again and again. Jack goes for the cutback, cannot make it. Penguino has the lead now. Through the final corner, we know what's going to happen. Jack is going to go for the move under DRS into the first corner, but Penguino actually looks like he's got enough of a lead on the exit of the final corner this time round. He has. Jack can't make the move.
Like I said before, it's a 1-2 with these two.
I think the only person that's going to properly be able to get into this battle with them is Senna.
Oh,
That
that's
is
it.
going to come down to the tyres. Senna, currently running on soft tyres, is in 3rd place. It's going to be a case of whether he can end up holding now the soft tyres till the wet weather comes, and Jack and Penguino needing to pit again before the wet weather. If that happens, then that will bring Senna fully into play. At the moment, Senna's 13 seconds down on the leaders.
It's Mum's just come out on medium tyres.
He wants to make sure that he could definitely get to the wet weather, doesn't he?
Yeah. Joins in 10.
Well, we've only got 10 runners left of the race now, so everyone that is running is going to be scoring points as long as they get to the end. So Jack now looking all over the back of Penguino. He's going to try... Oh, they're both darted straight into the pit. So this is going to be a battle of the pit crews. I say that, but Jack has actually dropped back from Penguino on the pit entry. He took a really slow run at the pit entry.
Senna's just taken pole. First, I mean.
Yep, and Keogh has actually managed to go through into 2nd as well. Jack has actually lost out there in the pit. He took such a slow entry into the pit lane that it has allowed Penguino to pull a nice lead on him. So Penguino's got a little bit of breathing room now from Jack. They're both quite on the mediums. Keogh is on the soft, now sat in 2nd place. And Senna is on the soft in the lead. Now, from this point, I would have estimated that they'd need the mediums to get to the next pit. So it's going to be close for Senna and Keogh as to whether they can get to the rain arriving on these tyres.
That's it, yeah.
So Soldier Jan has just come into the pits in 10th place. So this is going to be him changing over for another set of dry tyres. Let's see which tyres he goes on to. See what strategy he's going with. It's softs. He's going on to the yellow walled soft tyre. He's obviously going to try and get them far enough and hope that the rain comes. It's Imam is in 9th on the mediums as we move up through the order. Shag is in 8th, also on the medium tyres. It's your dad, currently running in 7th on medium tyres. Wayne Hammer, again on the mediums, is in 6th place. Forrester is in 5th on mediums and he's now looking quite settled, nobody around him. Jack has come out of that pit in 4th. Obviously we know that Jack and Penguino are both on mediums. Penguino is in 3rd. And then the 2 front men both on the soft tyre. The only, apart from Soldier who's just put the soft tyres on, Keogh and Senna are the only other 2 on soft tyres. Keogh is in 2nd, 5 seconds behind Senna, who is our new race leader. It's not for the first time he's led, but he's now the new leader. So the question now, will Jack be able to climb back onto the back end of Penguino, and will the lads on softs be able to last until the wet weather comes? But looking at the skies, it doesn't look like we're going to get the wet weather anytime soon.
Might just be the last few laps.
It was forecasted, but the thing is, if it is only the last couple of laps, then they're not going to end up using the wet tyres. And that could have a massive effect at those lads that have jumped onto the softs.
Yep.
Because as it stands at the moment, they've got to try and do another 17 laps on them softs. Those softs are difficult to do 17 laps on anyway. Let alone the fact they've been out on track with them already for a few laps. I think Keogh's softs are definitely going off though, because Penguino is catching up to the back of him fast. And Penguino is on the mediums. They are new mediums, but I think that is an indicator that Keogh's softs are on the way out. Jack is quite far back from Penguino now. It's all gone wrong for Jack. That pit stop had such a big effect on him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened on his pit entry. Oh, we just lost somebody else from the look of it.
Dragoon.
Was that Dragoon leaving the lobby, was it?
I don't know. I think
He
he
was already
retired.
He'd already retired. He left the session.
Oh.
Dragoon left the session, so unless he has a good reason, that will be a one race ban for Dragoon. Penguino now is all over the back of Keogh. So Keogh's soft tyres has definitely gone off. Senna's going to be trying to open that gap up as much as he can in order to ensure.
Yeah.
Oh, Penguino made that look easy on Keogh.
Yes.
He just ghosted past him. No trouble whatsoever. Keogh's tyres are definitely gone. It wouldn't surprise me if Keogh darts straight on now into the pit. He doesn't, he stayed out. It doesn't look like his tyres have got any life left in them. How has he remained out on track?
Skill, maybe?
I think he might be just trying to run things a little bit risky, push as long as he can, and hope he doesn't get a flat. I tried that on Thursday night and it definitely didn't work out for me in the Thursday night trial. I started a lap with 74% tyre wear, and as soon as it hit 75% on the first corner, my wheel blew. And I had to do a full lap.
Yeah, and there seems to be debris out on track as well, so...
Yeah, I think we've got debris in the first couple of corners due to the incidents that went on at the start of the race.
Yeah.
Soldier Jan has bolted, by the way. He's now nearly 8 seconds ahead of Penguino. Senna, sorry, has bolted. He's nearly 8 seconds ahead of Penguino in second.
Yeah.
Jack is a further 5 seconds, well, nearly 6 seconds behind Penguino. He really did lose out on that pit. Yeah, something went on. Jack's pit entry, as soon as he got into the start of the pit lane, it reduced him down to the limiter.
Well, the two of them joined at the same time, didn't they? The both of them went at the pit at the same time. Maybe he was a bit worried about.
Yeah, they came in one in front. Well, no, his limiter activated. He actually had the limiter light on his dash.
Oh.
He was right up the back of Jack, and as they took the left-hand turn to then come into the pit lane, his limiter came on. And it just limited him 70 all the way down that run. I've had a similar glitch happen to me in my career on China. But when I did it, it was off a rewind. So I was assuming that it was through the rewind that caused it. But it looks like Jack has had the same sort of thing happen. And it has cost him massively. Big lock up there for Mitzi Dad as he comes into second to last corner. He's trying to chase down Wayne Hammer in 6th. Trying to obviously gain a couple of extra points. Shag currently running around in 8th place. Itsy Mum catching up to the back of Shag. So we could start to see a battle going on between these two. Soldier Jan still going around in 10th. Looking to pick up a point from McLaren. So Penguino's now pulling away from Keogh. He's now looking to give chase on Senna. He's slowly closing the gap, but not at a decent rate. 7.6 behind him. So we will keep an eye on that gap. Penguino has opened up a couple of seconds on Keogh now since taking that position. Jack is dropping further back. So I don't know if Jack has ended up picking up a slight bit of damage in any of the battles that have been going on.
Oh.
Forrester is now in No, I can't see any damage either. I've just had a quick look on Jack's car. I've actually thrown it into free camera so that I can have a little view around his car, but I cannot see any damage on his wings, no damage to the barge boards. Everything looks fine. But that doesn't explain why he's losing that bit of time. Forrester in 5th place, he's 31 seconds behind the leader. Wayne Hammering's in 6th with a further 8 seconds back. Itzy Dad now in 7th. Looking through, it looks like the next battle we have will be if Itzy Mum can get on the back of Shag, because Shag is currently just over a second ahead of Itzy Mum. Itzy Mum's about to get within DRS range of Shag, so that looks like the next battle we're going to have on circuit.
Yeah. Clouds are starting to turn. Looks like they are.
Yeah, we're getting a few more clouds in the sky and they're starting to turn darker, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not as many patches of blue. So the question is going to be, how close to the end do we get the rain? And is it close enough that people are going to jump in for a pit, or are they just going to stay out? Itzy Mum now closing right up to the back of Shag. He looks definitely within DRS range on the pit straight. He's not though, he didn't get the DRS. Looks like he should have done, he might have an issue with his DRS. I had mine break in last week's race, my DRS didn't work for the majority of the race.
Let's have a look.
So we're jumping back now to the onboard. We can see how close Shag is now to the front of Itzy Mum. He's constantly closing that gap. Shag gets a little touch on the dirt there. Little kick up of dirt. He's going to encourage Itzy Mum to close in on him while Shag's still got that dirt on his tyres, because he knows he's not going to be able to throw the car from one side to another to defend as well. Coming out now onto the back straight, and Itzy Mum runs wide through that corner, so he's lost all that advantage, all that time that he'd gained, that closing up that he'd done on Shag, and he's just thrown it all away. That's a couple of laps worth of work gone. He's now got to start all over again to try and close back up on Shag, just to try and catch back up to the DRS.
Unlucky. Seems like Penguino has picked up a lot of distance. Guys has some breathing room there.
He's got definite breathing room from Keogh behind him. He's slowly closing the gap to Senna, but it's only 6.2 now, the gap. It was 7.8 when we last looked, so he's closing that gap, but not at a massive rate. I don't know if Senna's laps are going to if Senna's soft tyres are going to lap to the end, which will be tough because he's got another 13, 14 laps, another 12 laps to go when he starts this one. It's going to be hard to get them tyres to the end, but if he can, I don't know whether Penguino is going to be able to catch him.
Looks like the rain's going to come soon though.
It is looking like it, isn't it? We could get about the last 4 or 5 laps at least with rain, if not more than that, and if we get more than that, then we're definitely going to have to change over to the intermediate tyres.
Yeah.
At which point, things still could be up for grab.
I think some drivers would try and push it to the end without even coming in.
I don't know if it'll be the best option though, because if you think the distance, depending on how many laps there is, I mean, you're going to be losing a good, you can easily lose a good 10 to 14 seconds running on dry tyres in the wet. Now if you take the time of a pit stop and then coming out in inters and able to then lap only 4 or 5 seconds slower than you normally would, that's gaining you 5 or 6 seconds per lap. So depending on how many laps there is to go when the wet comes, if there's more than 5 laps, staying out is definitely not the right thing to do. And there's barely any breaks within the cloud now. I think we're definitely going to get more than 5 laps of wet weather.
Yeah.
Can you remember how many laps of wet weather we got at the start?
4, 5, something like that. Something like that. I don't know. I can't remember now.
I'm thinking we're
Probably
going to
more
end
than
up.
that.
Well, I'm thinking we're going to end up with about the same amount at the end as we had at the start of the race.
And it was heavy and it was really wet.
Yeah, so I don't think staying out on the dry tyres is going to be the right option. We will have to wait and see. Obviously, the drivers will judge that for themselves. I know personally, if I was in the race, I would be changing onto the intermediates, and I'd do it as soon as I started to see the rain on track.
Yeah, give yourself the advantage of getting it on.
Yeah, because the last thing you'd want is to be halfway around the lap, or even a quarter of the way around the lap, and the rain come down and you're suddenly losing time for the rest of that lap.
Yeah.
And obviously Senna up the front is definitely going to want to get them on early because he's on the soft tyre. And looking on board with Senna now, you can see the ridges coming in on those soft tyres. You can see the wear hitting them. It looks like he will just about get them to the wet weather though.
Brilliant race from him though, brilliant race.
If he can take these softs all the way to the wet, then that is going to be an absolutely stunning drive from Senna. He's one of the few drivers, I think he's the only one in the top 5 that was actually running the super soft tyres at one point.
Yes.
I was very surprised to see him on the super softs, but it looks like he could be on the verge of making them work. Staying on board with him, checking. Yep, he's not pitted yet. He's stayed out. Penguino still in second, still closing that gap. Penguino's now just under 4 seconds behind. Oh, only 3.5 seconds behind now over the line. So Penguino's definitely closed in a lot on Senna. Whether he can chase him down enough, we will have to wait and see. Keogh is still sat in 3rd place. He's having quite a solid drive, but Jackie's now catching up on the back of Keogh. Jackie's going to want that podium position back after the issue that he had coming into the pit. He's definitely going to want to get back in a podium spot. Forrester is in 5th place and still just sort of cruising around on his own, nobody really anywhere near him.
Yeah.
And specks of rain.
Oh,
I can see them on the rear wing of Forrester. Can just see them on track. So who is going to blink first? So Wayne Hammer is in 6th. It's Your Dad has a puncture. It's Your Dad has a front left puncture. He has tried taking the mediums too far. Oh, does it? What? That looks like a puncture to me. Yeah, that's a definite puncture. How is he keeping that speed up with a puncture?
Oh.
He's having to drop it right down in the corner though. Completely locks up the front left. That is so warped, that tyre. I can't believe how much speed he's getting out of it with a puncture. Whenever I get a puncture, it coasts me around at 70 miles an hour. How is he doing 130, 140, 150? How is he doing that with a puncture?
Maybe it's not a puncher.
Pardon?
Maybe he hasn't got a puncher.
It definitely looks like it from my screen. And every time he goes on the brakes, that front left completely locks up. Unless there's some form of issue. We'll see now whether he darts into the pits. He doesn't.
No.
That's not a puncture.
No.
That must be some issue.
Yes.
There must be an issue there with the stream. That's strange.
Yeah.
So we go back to the front. We've got Senna in the lead on the soft. The rain is here, as is Penguino. Penguino is now less than 2 seconds behind Senna. Who is going to blink first at the front? I think Senna's going to come in first, simply due to the fact he doesn't want to let Penguino get the undercut. He doesn't want to stay out and be, well, it gets too wet and lose time that way, but also he's on the soft tyre. He doesn't want to take them too long into the race. And yep, Senna's in the pit, Penguino goes through. So let's stick with it and just double check, but that should be Senna pitting for the intermediates. Penguino's going to hope he's going to lap early. Is that yellow? Senna has pitted onto another... He has pitted onto the intermediates. They were holding a spare set of soft tyres. That looked so confusing. So Senna has now come out behind Jack. Keo is also in the pit. And Keo is showing us having a front left puncture. Keo may genuinely have one, I'm not sure.
I'll go and have a look. Yes, he has. He's coming in, he's in the pits.
But that is exactly the same as... was it Itsy Mum's? Nope, Itsy Dad's. Yeah, see, Itsy Dad's still looks that way to me. Oh, but he's now only doing 80 miles an hour, 89. Yeah, Itsy Dad definitely has a puncture now. He's doing 90 miles an hour down the back straight. He's struggling to keep it on circuit. Itsy Dad definitely now has a puncture. Soldier Jan is just too far behind to take advantage though. Soldier Jan is already on the intermediates, but he's a lap down on Jack. Jack is in second. Penguino is leading. Penguino's definitely... he's staying out. There was me thinking Penguino would definitely be coming into the pits now, but he hasn't. He has stayed out. What is Jack going to do? Because it is getting wet out there. You can see the water coming up off the track. Jack is in the pits. Penguino may have made a mistake here. He may have miscalculated this race. Senna now obviously pitting with the first batch onto his intermediates. Senna comes through to take second place from Jack whilst Jack is in the pit for his intermediate tyres. And Senna's now 27.5 seconds behind Penguino. I think even if Penguino was to pit at the end of this lap, I think Senna will still take the lead. I don't think he's calculated it right, and I think he's got the possibility of dropping
just
down
went
to
into
fourth.
the pits.
So Wayne Hammer pitting, and there goes Keo through. That puts Wayne Hammer down to 5th place. Forrester has also dived into the pit now, and Itsy Mum has followed him in. Shag is in the pit. Soldier Jan has already pitted, but is quite far down the order, and Itsy Dad is all the way down now in last place. So, Penguino, what is going to happen? He's struggling with the back end. He nearly lost the back end then as he came into the back straight. The question is going to be, will Senna overtake Penguino?
That's it.
Oh, Penguino is really struggling. So Penguino has just exited the second to last corner.
He's
He's
got to come in. Yeah, he's coming in now.
So Penguino is now entering the pit. Senna is on the back straight. It could still be tight between them, but I don't think Penguino has managed to calculate it, you know?
I think he didn't expect it to be so heavy straight away. Getting
Well,
wet.
he pulled into his garage. Penguino is now coming through the final... Senna's coming through the final corner. Where's Penguino? He's coming out.
Senna's just coming along now.
This is going to be so
He's
close
coming
between
out.
them.
Oh,
There's
he's
Penguino ahead.
still-
Penguino has actually done it. That
Yes.
extra lap from Penguino, I didn't expect it, but those extra laps from Penguino have actually got him the lead. He's managed to lap fast enough on the mediums in the wet to outdo what Senna could do on the intermediates.
Brilliant.
That is amazing. Excellent stuff from Penguino. Jack is up into third place now. Keogh is in fourth. Jack's coming up now to lap It's Your Dad. Wayne Hammer has got himself now into fifth place with Forrester in sixth. It's Your Mum in seventh, not far behind Forrester. You can see the back of him. Shag is in eighth. He's dropped off the back of these two. So, who's going to have the better setup between Senna and Penguino in regards to the wet weather? With only 4 laps to go at the end of this one, it's going to be a battle. But at the same time, we've also got It's Your Mum getting up onto the back of Forrester for the battle over 6th place.
Yeah.
And It's Your Mum definitely looks like he's got the speed on Forrester here.
He had a good
Looks
battle
like he's
with
catching him quite well.
Yeah, he had a good battle with Shag.
See, when they pitted in, Shag was right behind this pair, but he's actually dropped back slightly now once they've come out in the wet. The wet weather is catching a few of them out.
Yeah.
Jack is running around on his own pretty much. He's just lapped It's Your Dad, but aside from that, he's running on his own. So Senna is 2 seconds behind Penguino. And It's Your Mum looks about the same distance behind Forrester. So it's all going to go off. The last couple of laps could be very interesting. Jumping on board now with Senna. Looks like he's dropped back ever so slightly from Penguino. Not quite been able to hold with him. Whether that was a mistake from Senna or whether that's just the general chassis of the Red Bull giving Penguino that little bit additional grip, that bit extra downforce, allowing him to pull away slightly. So we've got the two main battles now that we're jumping between, and that is It's Your Mum trying to chase up to the back of Forrester and Senna trying to trace up to the back of Penguino. These are the two battles we're going to stick with now over the final few laps. Everyone else is spread out on circuit. Shag is too far behind these two to get involved. Soldier Jan is quite a way back with It's Your Dad behind Jack in a lapped position. So Jack has had quite a solid race. He's got himself back onto the podium.
Yeah.
Keogh is down into fourth, which Keogh, he may be a bit disappointed with not getting the podium after running up in podium positions for quite a lot of the race, but he has had a really solid race still.
I think
It
maybe
looks
it's
like
top
Senna is-
5. We've had a really good race. Really good.
Well, you say that, but It's Your Mum and Forrester are still having one hell of a battle, and that's
Yeah.
over 6th place. That's between 6th and 7th. And Forrester was running up near the front and having some really good battles for quite a lot of the race as well.
Yeah.
So I think there has just generally been some really good battles going on. It looks like the battles are sort of dying down though. Forrester is dropping back now, dropping away, sorry, from It's Your Mum. It's Your Mum can't quite keep on the back of him. and Senna is dropping back slightly from Penguino. It looks like Penguino just has the setup for the weather conditions and is able to now pull away slightly from Senna. We go on board now with Penguino, our race leader. But things have definitely now settled down. The wet weather, I think, has sort of neutralised everything within the race. People that were looking to make overtaking manoeuvres have now had the advantage taken away due to the weather.
Yeah.
And everyone's just settling into finishing positions, I think.
Yeah, last 2 laps.
Yeah, we've only 2 laps to
Take
go.
it
That's not
easy.
exactly bad to get to this point in the race and then finally people settle into finishing positions. We've had some amazing battles going on during the race. Namely, I've got to say, Penguino and Jack, the battles that they had side by side for as long as they did was unbelievable.
Yeah. And the positions
You've
for
got a
5,
feel
6
for
and
Jack.
7 was brilliant as well.
Yeah, that 3-way battle that was going on.
You know, the
That was
drivers
obviously
have done
before we
really
lost
well.
Venoms from the race.
Yes. And Grim at the beginning, so, you know, it would have been
Well,
a
we've had a
entire
few
different race then.
retirees. Yeah, we lost Grim, we lost EPXI Maldini. He was looking quite fast from the qualifying. He was up into 5th or 6th place that he started.
Yeah.
And we lost him on pretty much the first corner. We didn't actually
Could have
see
been
what
entirely
happened
different.
there.
No. But you kind of think with the weather, it has changed it.
Just looking back through the order now. Penguino's coming up to lap Soldier Jan. But yeah, Penguino's definitely got this now. Senna has dropped right back for him. Soldier Jan does the right thing. He lets Penguino through. Senna's now over 3 seconds behind Penguino. So Penguino's just taking this now for the end of the race. Keogh sat nicely in 4th. Wayne Hammer has ended up in 5th place. He's had a quiet race. He's had a couple of battles, primarily with Shag.
He's
He has
held
had a
in
couple
there
of
as
little
well.
battles, but he has had a good little race. Just quietly got on with his job, moved up some positions, and a nice 5th place finish.
That's it. Points for him.
Forrester is ensuring now that he's far enough away from Itsy Mum that Itsy Mum cannot catch him. Itsy Mum comfortably ahead of Shag. Shag in his banana car, 8th place. It's not exactly a bad finish for him now, is it? He's done well in that little yellow monster.
Yeah.
Soldier Jan, who's running at the back of this group for quite a while, the people that we still have in the race, Soldier Jan was running in last for quite a bit, but is now in 9th. Itsy Dad is actually in last, which I think came down to the puncture that Itsy Dad got just before putting the intermediates on. He lost a lot of time with that puncture.
That's it now for these. Oh.
So we're now with Penguino on the final lap. He's coming around now to the back straight. So this will be Penguino now. He will fly down the back straight. He's only got 2 corners left once he exits here. And then that will be our race winner here in China. So we're going to jump on board with him now. He's running low on fuel. He's pushed his fuel right to the end. He must have took his fuel strategy really well. Every time he puts his foot down, his fuel light is blinking away. But Penguino comes out of the final corner. He hugs the wall to take the checkered flag. A little bit of a wiggle side to side. There we go, the win for Penguino. 2nd place goes to Senna. 3rd place will be Jack in 3rd. It's not letting me actually change between people now. Keo is coming towards the line now. There we go. We're with Keo now as he comes up for 5th place. For 4th place, sorry. Well done, Keo in 4th. Wayne Hammer is in 5th. He's on the back straight. He's still got a couple of corners to navigate, but he's then looking at bringing it home in 5th place. Which, that's a nice drive for Wayne Hammer. He's done well there.
Yeah, he has, yes. Brilliant.
So he's coming around the final corner now to finish in 5th. Forrester is just entering the final corner for 6th place. He's going to blast for the line now in 6th. It's Your Mum exits the final corner. He's coming home in 7th. Shag exits the second to last. He's going to be our last man across the line because Soldier Jan in 9th and It's Your Dad in 10th have both been lapped. And Shag comes across the line in 8th place. That completes it. So the running order, if you want to please invite the top 3 in for their interviews, but the running order, we have Penguino wins, Senna actually ends up 2nd, Jack in 3rd, Keo 4th, Wayne Hammer in 5th, It's Your Mum in 6th, Forrester 7th, Shag in 8th, Soldier Jan 9th with It's Your Dad in 10th, and then finishing outside the points, which are also all DNFs, is Venoms, Matt Lowe, Grim, Maldini and Shaken Dragoon. So we're just going to wait now for Penguino, Senna and Jack to jump into party. But there was some great racing going on there, some unbelievable battles.
Yeah, brilliant. Tug of war for positions, but it's absolutely brilliant. And the skill of the drivers, man. It was like a convoy, man.
It was quite surprising in the end, looking at how some of them battles took place. To see Jack drop all the way down to 5th was quite a surprise.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting now for the top 3 to do their interviews.
What? Why am I getting messages? Oh, right. Oh, right.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I've got a few share content.
Right.
Videos from the guys.
No problem.
Let's speak to the guys first and I'll check it.
That's if we get them into party. I've just received a message myself, but that's from Maldini, who crashed out on the first corner. So it's not looking like we're getting our top 3 in.
No. Camera shy.
They may well be. Although 1 or 2 of them should be used to it by now.
That's it. Nope, doesn't look like it'll come in.
Nope, doesn't look like we're getting them in. So, we don't get the interviews with the top 3. But we did have an amazing race. We've had,
Yes,
as we
brilliant.
said, some great battles gone on. It has been a pleasure commentating with you, Socky.
Yeah, you too, mate. Nice one.
So yeah, that is all for today's race. That was the race 3 around China of the ESR 100% Saturday League. For full information and all details on the race, do check out immensegl.com/F1. Application forms are there for people to sign up if they want to take part in any of the ESR leagues. On top of that, we also have all the driver standings, the driver lineups, everything else is all on site. So do check out immensegl.com/F1 for all the ESR details.
Yep, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Socket, and I shall speak to you in a little bit, mate.
Yeah,
Thank you very much to everyone watching on stream. We shall see you all later.
Bye bye.